All right, well, anyway, how these guys are lining up for their heat races is how they are in points. So starting on the pole in pure stock heat number 1 is the Living Canvas Tattoo number 20 of Nick Adet, and outside the 1K is Kevin Delane. Inside row number 2 in the 53X is Krista May Thomas. Outside in the big block Auto and Farm Supply number 21 is Brett Proctor. Inside row number 3 is the 16 of Evan Schroeder, and outside the 3 for rent is Dan Picton. And rounding out the field in the 2 rent, Don Seacott. Don Seacott in the 2 rent inside row number 4. So, as I told you, they're lining up by points. Now, Nick Adet is obviously the points leader, although we can't prove that to you because it's not in the programs. However, in pure stock heat number 2 coming up next, Rob Weens is second in points. So, he will start on the pole of the second race. How they finish in the heat is how they will line up in the feature. And we're racing. Green flag is out in pure stock heat number 1. Well, your leader, Nick Adet, in the Living Canvas Tattoo Ace Insulation number 20. Here comes Krista May Thomas, a great female driver in this division. On the inside of Kevin Delane, the veteran. Look at that, 3 wide already on the first lap in turn 3 and 4. And Kevin Delane steals the lead. Great action up front. Take a look at that. 3 cars battling for the lead. Krista May Thomas now throwing her hat in the ring as she tries to move to the second spot underneath the 20 car, and she's got it, at least momentarily. Krista May Thomas with a great job. She started in the 3rd spot, is now second and chasing the number 1 spot driver. That is Kevin Delane in the 1K. Kevin Delane continues to lead. Krista May Thomas second. Nick Adet third. Evan Schroeder into the 4th spot, but getting sideways out of turn 4. That car getting very loose, but a nice job by Evan Schroeder. He started 5th, is now 4th. And the big block Auto and Farm Supply, number 21 of Brett Proctor, started 4th and is now 5th. So that is how it looks. The 3 for rent setting a torrid pace down the front chute. That's Dan Picton halfway on the throttle. We've got 4 laps remaining here in pure stock heat number 1. While your leader's working lap traffic now, Kevin Delane doing a nice job around the 3 for rent. Hard to pass a non-moving object when you're going 70 miles an hour. Nick Adet in the 3rd spot in the Living Canvas Tattoo number 20. Losing ground to your leaders, Kevin Delane and Krista May Thomas. Krista May picking up a feature win in 2012, doing a great job in this class throughout the season. She's in the Lettingham 53X. White flag, 1 lap to go. Your leader is still Kevin Delane, followed by Krista May Thomas and Nick Adet. While the 21 making it interesting now for the 16 and 4 spot. They are in turn number 1 and 2. Your leaders coming out of turn number 4 now. Checkered flag is out. Your winner is going to be Kevin Delane. 2nd spot, Krista May Thomas. 3rd is going to go to Nick Adet. So it looks like Kevin Delane in the 1K will start on the pole in the feature for the Pure Stock Championship here tonight at Red River Co-op Speedway. And now we're going to get on to moving on to the 2nd Pure Stock race right here. And now I'll bring you Pat Mooney.
All right, thanks, Darren. Now that the heat race lines up the inside row on our Pure Stock Championship. Now heat number 2 is set to come to the racetrack. This will line up outside of outside row. So starting on the pole, the 86 is Rob Weens, and to his outside in the flying forward, it's the number 9 of Les McRae. Inside row 2, the 4 Rent is Greg Hoare. Outside of Greg is the 23 of Kyle Pellers. Inside row 3, the 7T is Gary Roy. And to his outside, it's Rob Legros driving the 33 car. Rob Legros is, I can't remember the connection, but a family member of Rod the Rat Delane, and that's who normally drives that car. The number 33 car being driven tonight by Rob Legros. The cars are lined up in the staging area, and we're about ready to go racing. They are rolling over in staging, so we'll get on with heat number 2. Don't forget, 1 week tonight, the late models, super stocks, modifieds, street stocks are back. 1 week tonight, the 20th of September. We go at it Thursday night. We have 2 more Thursdays to go, the 20th and the 27th. Don't forget, hold on to your ticket stub, because that ticket stub is worth $20 at Winnipeg Dodge's new Express Lane Oil Change Center. They service all makes and models, and your oil is changed in under 12 minutes, and you don't need an appointment. They're located in the auto park beside Assiniboia Downs out at Portage in the Perimeter at the Point West Auto Park. Once again, hang on to your ticket stub. Take it to Winnipeg Dodge. Save $20 on your next oil change or tire rotation. So we've been through the lineup, and heat number 2 is lined up and ready to race. 8 laps on the Pepsi board. Murray Chev at the Waverly Auto Mall, our corporate sponsor tonight. Murray Chev is Manitoba's number 1 Chevy dealer. And they, of course, have the full complement of GM parts, and leasing is back at General Motors. Check it out at Murray Chevrolet at the Waverly Auto Mall. While they are pacing, however, quite slowly, they're going to come back here in the next little while, and when they come back, we're going to throw the green flag, providing the lineup stays good, and we'll be racing. So the pole sitter is the 86 of Rob Weens. To his outside, Les McRae, the big flying number 9, the big Ford. And they're picking it up here a little bit now. There's a rental car inside row 2. That's for rent. Greg Hoare, the driver. And the green flies for Murray Chevrolet. The big Ford pulls out to the early lead, Les McRae, and the number 9 off the outside of the front row, and Les is the early leader. Rob Langros on the move in the blue 33 car. Rob started in the 6th position, and he's up to 3rd as they head into turn 1 after completing lap 1. Rob Langros in the 33 car started 6th, and he's up to 3rd. Now with his sights set on the pole sitter, Rob Weens in the 86 car. Good racing for that 3rd and 4th place. They come out of turn 4 down the front straightaway. 23 cars, Kyle Pellers in the big Chevy. But the leader's got the Ford out front. The race for 2nd through 6th is going on the back straightaway as well, but Les McRae is out front and in command in the number 9. Well, the rental car, the number 4 Rent, he started 3rd. He's back to 5th, but if you'd like to try racing a car, that car is exactly what it says, 4 Rent. There's other couple were in the prior race. The other number is 2 Rent. And the 3rd rental car, oddly enough, the number is 3 for Rent. And if you'd like to race a car and always thought you'd like to give it a shot, well, it's a great gift, whether it be for your boss or for a birthday gift, retirement idea. Whatever the case, for Rent. You can check the guys out at the For Rent race car after the races, and they can hook you up. All you need to bring is your money. They bring the helmet, the driver's suit, the pass, the fuel. You don't need to do anything but bring your checkbook and have some fun. 2 to go, and the flying number 9 is on the back straightaway, and he's your leader heading into turn 3 now. Rob Ween started first. He's now second. The white flag flies, indicating there is 1 lap to go. 1 to go for Les McRae in the Ford. Rob Ween's at second. Rob Lagros from sixth starting spot to third. So Rob has a 33 car on the move, but that may be the end of his advancement because they're coming to the end of this one here right now. How about a hand for your winner, everybody? Les McRae started second and finishes first. What a race to the wire for the second spot. Finishing second is Rob Weens in the 86. Third goes to Rob Lagros in the 33. Fourth to the 23 of Kyle Pellers. Fifth to the 7 of Gary Roy. And the sixth and final spot to Greg Hoare in the For Rent. That is our 2 pure stock heat races have concluded. We now move to the 4-cylinder division. And once again, this lineup is also by points. So the guy that starts on the pole of this one is your number 1 point man. The guy that starts on the pole of Heat 2 is your second guy in points, and so on back to the lineup. They start them up that way by points, and they will line up the features by how they finish their heat races here. So here's a lineup.